Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Bruno Guimaraes goes sliding in. And they can counter here. It's a good run down the right. He's picked his way through. João Pedro. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid.
Bellingham! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Nuno Mendes. Now this could be a chance. So Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hakimi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's not an especially good pass, that. Bruno Guimaraes. Borussia Dortmund yet to have an attempt on goal. Ghana wins the duel this time. Now it's João Pedro. Driving on and making good progress. Bruno Guimaraes. Played into space. That's good vision. Oh, what a ball! Big chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Dembele goes short. And it's Mendes. And Dijk deals with that comfortably. Norway has the chance to... Tries a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Gakpo. Borussia Dortmund do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well.
Shot a goal! They've played it short. And it's Guimaraes. He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Norway have their second corner now. Mendes with the short one. That's very neat. And now they can spring out of defence. Tacho with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Pedri, and the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. And here's Dembele, looking for options for movement.
Dembele clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Looking for a runner. Van Dijk. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. He's a sharp little ball here. And the shot! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Has been indicated.
And that's a lovely exchange. Crossed into the box. And the keeper gets his hands on it. João Pedro. And he was quick to react. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can. Bellingham. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Garner. And it's Mendes. That's a shade optimistic. Gakpo. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's had it taken off him. It's run loose here. Bellingham. Bruno Guimaraes. Tacho spots it and intercepts. Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bellingham. Can he get it through? Saliba. Leaves it long. Can he latch on to this? He's got away. Mbappe going face to face with his great rival. Might be danger here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Mbappe. Norway are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they? Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. João Pedro. Oh, shooting chance! Bellingham has found the net here, of course. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Guimaraes. And here's Bellingham. Mbappe. And again, all eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. Borussia Dortmund really could have done without this.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So, having
Number
trailed
18,
to lead.
Dembele. Number 20, Vinicius Junior.
The comeback is complete. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And yes, it's him again. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
It's a goal kick. Borussia Dortmund perhaps contemplating their next change here. That's a good run down the left. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, super. And a chance! And he's stuck it away. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Borussia Dortmund drag themselves back again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback.
And the shot! That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Norway have their third corner. And it's been taken short. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Zielinski. João Neves driving forwards.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Neves. Now that looks a decent ball. And the finish!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Baena. João Neves does really well to win the ball there. And it's Zielinski. Spread to the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's on it, can he get away?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Osimhen, Bellingham, great chance! Oh wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're pick. They have held on just. They are pumped, boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Bellingham happy to bask in the accolades from all around. The stage most certainly
With the
his.
father of a boy in the green.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Against Norway.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, it's hard not to focus on Ousmane Dembele, a player of unbounded potential, someone who can add real width and dynamism to any team thanks to his pace and all that.
João Pedro! No, that wasn't kidding anyone.
Look, you've got to have the perfect feel in your boots to pull those off.
Pacho. He's a sharp little ball here. Hakimi. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Guimaraes. Threads one in. It's played through for him. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lovely, now then. Nicely aimed pass.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Guimaraes. Mbappe gets a foot in here. Bellingham tries to pass it through. He's picked his way through. Pacho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mbappe, and reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Osimhen. Bellingham, he is onto this. That's a lovely, neat pass.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's made its way to him. Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Mbappe. Bruno Guimaraes providing an outlet on that flank. Chips it through. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Borussia Dortmund so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Mbappe. Couldn't squeeze it through. Borussia Dortmund
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Osimhen. And Caicedo. And it's Mendes. Aimed beyond the defence.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to dink it through. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Bruno Guimaraes. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bruno Guimaraes tries to play it through, and he's made sure that's not getting through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes! Oh, it's a stunning goal! About as smooth as it gets. And it's Norway who take the lead. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Norway have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap.
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Borussia Dortmund come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He is through here. Caicedo. Bruno Guimaraes, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Osimhen, chance! He's got a goal! Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And a chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And he welcomes it in. It's Dembele! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, to be honest, he shouldn't have spilled that in the first place, but he recovered it really quickly, so no harm done.
Norway appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
So what can they conjure from this one?
Well, it looks like they'll be aiming this one for the far post, Peter.
Oh, good ball. Decent chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Tries from a long way out. Oh, and they really should have been... Oh, no, this does not look good. There's the shot! And he hits the net! And this is getting better and better. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 20.
So we have movement on both
Vinicius
benches.
Junior.
So the lead
Number
now
45.
is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's shifting through the gears here. Can he get on the end of this? Chance, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy.
Well, when it's Pete...
Mbappe! And that's in. They're back within reach. more or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? He's got away. Now there's a fine ball. Borussia Dortmund perhaps contemplating their next change here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. Threads one in. Baina. Now it's Baina. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now it's Mbappe. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Oh, that's fabulous. Drives it in. And he's cleared it back out. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's clever. And he's running on the finish! And it's in! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And yes, it's him again! So now the difference is 3. Now it's Zielinski. He has found a way through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Taken back almost at once. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. Goulet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Baina. Mendes producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Caicedo. And it's Mendes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Can he get it through? Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Mbappe.
There will be
Kyle
5 minutes
Walker.
added time.
Now it's Baina. No, he refuses to take the bait. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, just a keeper now! Real chance! Goal!
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
Norway may be down, but not out just yet. And it's Mendes. Mbappe, and here's the chance to counter. Oh, that was vital. And that is it, the referee has seen enough.